Hello and welcome to the Redemption 11. And this is a very special 11. It's not the top players of this season, but these are the players who have come back. Some who were given up last year, some who were just not having the seasons they had last year, and some who people who have thought their careers should be over, but they came back to show us exactly why they were so special. And I'm going to start off with an Indian batsman who was a captain this year, Shikhar Dhawan. Last year, Shikhar's strike rate was 122.67, but this year, he got his 373 runs in just 11 matches. Remember, he was injured, at an average of 41.44 and a strike rate of almost 143. And though Punjab struggled in this season, he really made it his season to count. Shikhar Dhawan is seemingly ageless. As Shikhar's opening partner, of course, I'm going to go with someone who's actually been a fantastic opener earlier in his career and is now playing in the middle order. Last year, Ajinkya Rahane was absolutely lost. He was playing in Kolkata, he didn't know where he was batting, and his strike rate for his 133 runs was anemic, below 110. This year, he was a totally different player. He came to CSK and Dhoni said, "You're my person for attacking fast bowling." And this is what he did. This season, Ajinkya Rahane has got 282 runs. And the runs are not that special. What makes it really special is he got limited opportunities when in his 9 innings, those runs were scored at a strike rate of almost 170. And he had 2 knocks above 50, one of them a 71 not out, and those were absolutely crucial knocks. They got Chennai to the winning post. And again, the magic of Dhoni transforming Ajinkya Rahane into a player who can really dominate fast bowling. And Rahane is just loving it. It's amazing to watch his redemption. Next up, batting at number 3 is unbelievably a player who wasn't even selected in the IPL auction for the last few years. The last time he played in this tournament, he had 9 runs in 3 innings. Who's that man? Henrik Klaasen. Henrik Klaasen came late to this season, missing the first couple of games because South Africa was playing. But he came here and scored 448 runs at an average of almost 50 and a strike rate of 177. He also got a really special century, and the way he played against the spinners, if Rahane was a man who dominated fast bowlers, Henrik Klaasen's game against spinners was perhaps the best you've seen in an international player for a very, very long time. For a person who had 9 runs in an IPL season, you can imagine how he's feeling. That's true redemption. Well, the next up is a player, Shivam Dube, who you'd say did he have a really bad season last year? Not really. But the redemption started from 2022 because he'd been given up by a couple of teams. Rajasthan had picked him up, Challengers had picked him up and not got value. Who picked him up and got values? Well, guess, it happens to be once again CSK. And yes, the last year, if you look at his performance, 289 runs at an average of 28.9 and a strike rate of 156. But this year, 385 runs. He's taken it one level up and he has really smashed the spinners just like Klaasen has. Dhoni has used him as a battering ram against the opposition spinners. And that's what makes Dhoni so special. He finds those players and finds the right role for them. Shivam Dube is certainly on the ascendant. You know, he was looked on as an India prospect 3-4 years back and then we've forgotten about him. Well, he's proving that he needs to play for India soon again. At number 5, we're going to talk about a player about whom I'm not going to mention a single stat. Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Yes, 9th last year. Comes back this year and he finds out that Deepak Chahar, his main bowler, is still injured. And where does his season end up? In 2nd place. Yes, that's right. With exactly the same team, he nurses them, guides them and leads them to a 2nd place finish. Of course, he's having redemption. It may be his last season, all of us are praying it's not, but of course MS Dhoni has to be the captain of our redemption level. At number 6 is a player who at one time everyone thought was India's number 4 and things didn't go well for him, then injury came in the way. Vijay Shankar was one of India's most talented prospects, but something just went wrong. Last year Vijay Shankar's average was below 5. This year it's above 41 because the Gujarat Titans used him as that player. Once Kane Williamson went out, they used him in that top order and made such fantastic use of him. It's been a true transformation, and not just Gujarat, but India will be hoping that Vijay Shankar retains this form. Well, time to talk about the bowlers, and we start off with the first bowler we're going to start off about. I'm not even going to tell his stats in 2022 because he was in the IPL in 2022, but he was not playing in a team. He was a net bowler for Gujarat Titans. This year, when he finally came into the 11, in his first 3 matches, he got 2 Man of the Match awards, and he's been absolutely amazing, a top 10 bowler in the wicket column in the IPL and for Gujarat. He's been an absolute sensation this year. Next up is a bowler who everyone thought was India's answer to Sunil Narine. In fact, he even plays for the same team. Varun Chakravarti, retained by KKR, an absolutely spectacular prospect. Nobody can read him quite well, but last season was a disaster. Just ended up with 6 wickets. This year, of course, he's looked much sharper, looked much fitter, and 20 wickets to his name. Varun Chakravarti has absolutely turned it around this last year, and he's definitely one of the integral parts of our redemption level. Next up, I'm going to talk about a couple of my favourite players because they just have to be there. Amit Mishra has played 7 matches, and what a difference he's made. In those matches, he's got 7 wickets, but it's not just the wickets that are important. Strike rate of 16.29 and an economy below 8. His captain would take that any day of the week. And if the surfaces in Lucknow continue to be like the surfaces that were there this year, Amit Mishra will play a part in that Lucknow team for a long, long time. And of course, you have to have with him another spinner, also from that part of the country, not from Delhi, but from UP, and we're talking about Piyush Chawla. Piyush Chawla was a part of Mumbai in 2021. In 2022, he wasn't even picked. This year, he comes back, and he's been the mainstay of that Mumbai attack. Mumbai's attack looked totally toothless, but he came and in those middle overs ensured that they got wickets. In his 14 matches, 20 wickets, an economy rate that any captain would take, especially when you're playing so many matches the Wankhede. An economy rate of 8.14 is absolutely spectacular. It's wonderful to see 2 veteran leg spinners enjoying such fantastic seasons. Delhi franchise didn't have much going for it, but Ishant was absolutely spectacular. In his 8 matches, 10 wickets and an economy rate of 8.24, which is quite spectacular considering the kind of runs Delhi leaked. And of course, that one knuckle ball in which he got Vijay Shankar out has to be one of the balls of the tournament. What precision, what amazing delivery. Ishant is seemingly like good wine. My 2 impact subs, of course, I'm going to choose 1 batsman and 1 bowler. And the bowler I'm going to choose is somebody who did, last year had a very, very average season with Punjab. Just took 2 wickets, Sandeep Sharma. This year, he seems to enjoy the tracks he's playing on. Sandeep Sharma is playing for Rajasthan. Got 10 wickets and has really come back well. And about the other one, a player retained by KKR with a lot of hype, Venkatesh Iyer, but just got about 180 odd runs last year. This year, he's got 400 plus runs, got a century, and proved why he deserved to be a retained player. Definitely, he has to be an impact sub in our redemption 11. So that was our redemption 11. Tell us what you think about it and choose your redemption 11 and send it to us at cricbuzz.com.